So this is what we came up with. It's called Curiosime. Curiosime is it's called because the resume must die. It's funny. I mean, everybody's laughing, and that's important because the resume is evil. I could talk for an hour on the resume alone. How this device that we've grown to love and cherish is just screwing us. The resume is like this two-dimensional unit which is supposed to somehow articulate social capital, creative capital, and intellectual capital. It's absolutely impossible for that to happen. The resume is it's just keywords. Okay, so when you send in your resume, an engineer from Starbucks, an engineer from Boeing, they could never work for the other company because they're described by different keywords, even though they themselves are the same engineer. They went to the same school, the same classes, they respond to the same laws of physics. But it's very convenient to sequester people this way because it's a way of controlling people. So there's something there that we need to work with, is the way we articulate our knowledge assets in the community. So here's the meat of the entire conversation. This is how Curiosime works. Okay, the first thing you do is you tag yourself with Wikipedia articles, because Wikipedia will become the common public ontology. Instead of having corporations have their individual closets of words that describe their people, then we have this public ontology in the commons of Wikipedia. It was created by the community, therefore to join the community, you tag yourself with Wikipedia articles. And the next thing you do is you rate yourself on a scale of student to teacher. And this is really stating your intentions and how you intend to interact with the economy, as a student or as a teacher. If you're somewhere in the middle, two people in the middle, they're collaborators because they're iterating between themselves and they're sharing. So what have we accomplished with this? It's really important. We have supply, we have demand. Students and teachers do not compete with each other. Okay, so we don't have any competition. We've got a ranking system which is supply and demand, and then when people start working together, that's called collaboration, you have factors of production. Okay, so if you're looking at a classical economic model, you have those components intact. Supply, demand, factors of production. Now what happens next is interesting, because as people start rating themselves in these little boxes, you're going to eventually get a bell curve. And this is how we will observe ourselves in the community. So now we've eliminated asymmetric information. Okay, so we can observe ourselves mathematically. This is so simple to do, and I'll show you the implications of it later, but I need to repeat it again really quick. The first thing you do is you tag yourself with WikiLinks. Every time you get on the internet, you're tagging yourself with spam bait anyway. So this is not a big deal. This is not something that you were not accustomed to. When you assign yourself a student-teacher scale, you're looking for a way to interact with your community. And the third part, the digital personal API is generated. What happens next is a line of code, and that is what's going to replace the resume. That simple line of code in that format.